What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Papuan Carpets are shed out and starting to feed. Figured this would be perfect time to take an opportunity to show you guys the two big clutches that I had this year of those and really dive into why these two clutches are so special. So let's go. Two clutches of Papuan Carpets have hatched this year so far, and I'm very excited about the results. The first clutch is officially kicking off my own line of Riley's Reptiles Papuan Carpets. I got some imported farm bred hatched animals from Dan Malary about a decade ago, raised them up, bred them, kept some holdbacks, bred those, and this year got what I've been calling sort of the RedMan clutch, because RedMan is the notorious F1 animal from that initial pairing of those farm hatched animals, and he is the founder of this line. Now, to start a line, you basically have to create something that nobody else has or can, and that it can only be traced back to the breedings you've done. And since these animals were produced by me from animals that I got from the wild, sort of a deal, and then line bred so far 2 generations in, it's officially the start of my line. So we'll keep it going, obviously, and see what we can do for generations down in terms of color. But I'm very excited to show you those animals in just a minute here. The second clutch we're going to look at is from the sire of RedMan, I call it WP, paired with a female named Autumn, who is another animal that I've had for a long time, multiple proven breeder, throws a lot of beautiful babies, and although they are dark themselves, this clutch is almost insanely as red as the RedMan clutch. A little more on the orange tone color spectrum, but regardless, just phenomenal smoke show Papuan Carpets. I couldn't be happier about both these clutches. It's going to be really hard to let anything go from that, and I'm honestly going to be keeping the RedMan clutch well into next year just to make sure I keep the creme de la creme for myself to continue such line breeding. Then patrons will get first crack at any available babies, so stay tuned if you've been itching for some really juicy, colorful Papuan Carpets, because they'll be coming. It's just going to be a while. So enough of me rambling. Let's look at some carpet pythons. All right. This is a beautiful female right here. This is one of the RedMan to RedMan animals. RedMan to RedMan sibling, I should say. Didn't end up naming the sisters, but you can see just how red and gold these things are. Beautiful, beautiful color. Bright red eyes. And over half of them have already started taking their first meals. Some frozen thawed fuzzy mice, so as per usual, they are great feeders. This female is quite phenomenal. Gorgeous smooth color, great stripe. Definitely a keeper. Another RedMan to RedMan sibling animal. He's not striped, and that female isn't particularly striped in any exceptional way, but carpet pythons naturally have a tendency to stripe out, just the way their pattern works. So it's pretty cool. I love stripes. Everything looks better striped. Stunning snake. Here's another exceptionally striped female. A little darker in the color tones, but still very, very beautiful red and striped and creamy. Definitely gonna keep this one too, I think. The nice thing is I'll be able to selectively breed for stripes and color at the same time. Beautiful. And I figured I would show you one more boy. This one obviously isn't striped, but his color is spectacular. Just amazing. He's already eaten his first meal. Looks amazing. Cool pattern. Beautiful red eyes. Good temperament. Very happy with this clutch. Couldn't be more pleased. Colors off the charts. Got some spectacular stripes in there. And even the ones who aren't striped, they've got colors in spades. Look at that. Okay, so now we're going to look at a few of these WP and autumn animals. You can tell right away they're a little bit darker. They still have a lot of red, beautiful red eyes. This girl's very, very nice. I anticipate they will have more black sooner than the RedMan clutch. But that being said, WP is the sire of RedMan, so it makes sense that this clutch is exceptional and beautiful as well, because that's part of where RedMan came from. So this clutch is no slouch either. Phenomenal snakes. This boy is really cool. Very busy pattern, a lot of red. Really pretty, good looking snake. Great disposition, very busy pattern. He definitely will be a little bit darker, but with all that color underlying, that should make for a very high contrast animal. Lots of black, lots of flames coming up. Should be quite pretty. This female is, again, another one of the darker toned animals, but as you can see, still very much like a red and tan, a copper almost. Beautiful color. Nice red eyes, beautiful head stamp. Yeah, these will be some beautiful snakes. It seems that letting them hatch out and then shed out as a clutch keeps them a bit calmer for sure. Because all the clutches this season I've done that with, they are all much more noticeably better behaved. This boy is hands down the biggest and prettiest baby in that clutch. He's the one that I mentioned, hatched out at 38 grams. Is already feeding. Has the most red to him. Beautiful pattern. Lots of bands, lots of red and gold. Super chill. Beautiful head stamp. This guy's a stud. We'll see what I end up keeping, if anything, from this pair. If I keep a male, he's a good contender. Handsome guy. It'll be neat to see how these all shed and change and see how much black comes in after their first shed. Gotta love them. Super beautiful. These are the two little Poss head Xanax. Technically this would be clutch number 3, but I'm not sure you can call 2 eggs hatching a full clutch. So I did say 2 clutches of Papuan Carpets, but technically it's 3. And these two are about half the size of the other ones, and this is the little one who had that hard belly and survived and is doing okay. But as you can see, they haven't even had their first shed yet. They're over a month old. So they're here, and I'll get them started eventually, but boy, are they going to start small and behind the rest of their siblings. Well, not siblings, but you know what I mean. The other Papuan Carpets. Cute little guys. Nice color on this one. This one's pretty dark. I wonder if there's some heteroxanic influence going on in there. But some natural variation in these two. As you can see, they're extra glossy. They still have their baby egg skin on, so hopefully we'll get them shed out and feeding in the near future. But I figured I would show you them regardless, since we're here talking about the baby Papuan Carpets. Alright, so that was a nice close look at some of those really red jewels. Those are some beautiful Papuan Carpets. I'm really excited to watch them grow and change, get them feeding and really just taking off and documenting the entire process. I'll certainly be photographing and filming very exceptional animals and sharing it as much as my impulses allow me to. But very excited. Apologize if everybody's really chomping at the bit for some of those RedMan offspring. Like I said, not letting any go for a while. The WP stuff, that'll be a different story. I'll probably make some of those available first, but again, they take quite a while to change. They go through a pretty dramatic OCC, so for those of you who don't know what that means, that's on a genetic color change. So they hatch looking like this and they grow into looking like this. So they go through a long change over the period of anywhere from like a year to 2 years even. So those first 6 months are very telling. So the first few sheds, it always pays for me as a breeder to sit and hold on to them as long as I feasibly can. So that's what we're going to try and do. But I know a lot of you are itching for some of those, so we'll get you them. But before you go, I did want to ensure that we finally go over the winner of the little contest that I've been holding for the last few months. So if you've been watching the channel, you'll remember that when we got the Darwin clutch of eggs laid, I announced that if you could guess a 2-part sort of questionnaire, you could win half off any snake of your choosing that I produce this year. And the first part was to guess the number of eggs correctly. 4 people guessed that number correctly. It was 18 eggs that were laid. Now, those 4 people, I kept everybody in the loop, and they did a great job of paying attention here and commenting accordingly for the second part of the question, which was, of those eggs that were laid, what do you think the gender ratio will be coming out? Now, there was a hiccup along the way. We hatched 18 babies. 1 baby did not make it after about 3-4 days, so we were left with 17 babies. And again, those 4 contestants paid attention. They got the news, they got the notes, they got the change, and answered accordingly. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't sure anybody would guess both parts correct, but happily proven wrong. Some of you all paid good attention. Some of you all had some great guesses. And of the four people who got the first question right and then submitted the question or submitted their answers for the second question, we do have one winner. So I hope you all been paying attention. Hope you're all still listening and watching. And if you like this, let me know in the comments if we should do something like this again. It's kind of fun. I just have to keep track of it and take some notes, but otherwise it's pretty easy to do. So, Lathan 4, sorry if I'm getting that wrong or saying that incorrectly, guessed a ratio of 7.10, which is 7 males and 10 females. Danzilla had the same guess of 7.10. Baja J guessed 11.6, which is 11 males and 6 females. And Travis Hawkins, 1310, with the win and the very correct second guess of 8.9 babies. So that means Travis Hawkins, 1310, you, my friend, are the winner. You won. You guessed the first question right, which is how many eggs was that albino darling going to lay? And what was the ratio of babies that was going to hatch out? I don't know if you're some sort of grand wizard or if you yourself are the carpet gods up there pulling the puppet strings, but either way, congrats, great guess. Message me, comment one way or the other. Let's get in touch, and I'll make sure that you get your half off discount for any snake that you want to purchase this year. So hopefully I make something you're interested in. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. Like I said, if that's something you guys are interested in doing more of in the future, we can even come up with creative ways to do them outside of the breeding season. So let me know in the comments if you like that, if you thought that was fun, if you want me to keep doing some more fun sort of giveaways and guessing things like that, little contests. I'll try and come up with stuff that's engaging for you and me, so it's fun. But yeah, that's about it. I could show you all of those baby carpet pythons, but we would be here forever if we made a video like that. And we've got some more stuff to talk about in the next video. Those jungle carpets just shed out. We've got another clutch due to hatch soon, so by the time I pick this camera up again, we'll have some more babies to look at that are shed out. Hopefully some babies hatching, and then some. It's been really busy here. I got a lot of geckos going out next week. Weather's good, so some snakes are going to start going out too, the last couple that I have from last season. But if you go onto the website right now, you'll notice that the availability page is very, very sparse, and that's because everything that's hatched is just starting its feeding trial. So be patient, bear with me, and we'll get those babies up soon enough. On that note, I'm going to get out of here, give my sponsor some love. Reptile Husbandry Designs has all the 3D printed awesome snake enrichment, perching, and everything that you might possibly dream up and need. Chris can create it. Use code RR10 to get you 10% off over there at checkout. If you're doing any shipping this year, get yourself a little bit of a discount on those shipping supplies through my folks over at Reptiles Express using code Riley50. That discount code will get you 50% off up to 10 shipping labels per person. So that'll set you up. You'll earn some points, and the more you purchase shipping labels with them, the better your discount gets over time. So use that code Riley50 with my good folks over at Reptiles Express. They have all the shipping supplies you might need to. Wonderful people. So reptile people working for reptile people. Gotta love it. With those discounts, you're going to save some money. That savings you can then go and put towards the USARK and USARK Florida membership if you're not already a member. Membership certainly matters. It's a big deal when they look at the body of people in there trying to work against some new legislation. So that's what they do. They work on keeping unjust and undue legislation aimed at reptile keepers off the books. They work for us essentially, so the least we can do is support them. They're wonderful. They're fighting a great fight, and the President Phil Goss and everybody over there at USARK is amazing. So the least we can do is support them. So be sure and go sign up if you are not signed up already. And speaking of support, if you like what we got going on here, want to be appraised of all sorts of this inside scoop and details before it becomes public knowledge on any social media, access to the Discord, discounts on merch, all sorts of good stuff like that, come join the Patreon. We got a great community growing. Just Riley Jimison on patreon.com. It's a lot of fun, a lot of cool people, and we'd love to see you there. So with that, catch you on the next one. Again, Travis Hawkins, congratulations. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing those baby Papuan carpets. Leave comments below on what you want to see in the future. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.